It started, I believe, around 2009. My wife Hajar was pregnant with our son Muhammad, and I remember the day he was born. It was like, this weight is put on you, because you're no longer just responsible for yourself. I'm responsible for this child. And I said, okay, I need to get all this knowledge into practice, because then I can start handing it to my son. So, the Medina organization was actually a personal pursuit of knowledge. And when I say personal, it was myself, but it was also really with about 10 other families that were with us, because we've been friends for so long. Every Thursday we had a gathering. We would gather to read the Quran, and we would gather the families just to do prayers upon the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa ala alihi. And the children were there, and the families were there. And it just sort of grew naturally. One day someone said to us, well, why don't you take one of these classes you're doing in the basement into the mosque? We said, okay, I guess we can do that. They're like, yeah, people should benefit from it. And then they're like, well, you have to call it something. You have to name this organization something. And then we're like, oh, how about we call it Al-Madina? We call it the Al-Madina Institute. For us, it's just a spiritual pursuit that we're collectively trying to attain, that we happen to share with everyone publicly via Al-Madina Institute. We've been together, we've been friends for 20 years, most of us. It wasn't, we didn't form this organization and then all of a sudden start to handpick a board. No, these are families that have known each other forever. Some cases are neighbors, long life friends. And so, those 10 families are all still involved. It's the same people. They've just grown. I think between the 10 families now, there's like 45, 50 children. Each one of us, if you want to call it board member, each family, we all have full-time jobs. And we all also have very particular skills that we sort of bring to the organization. So because this was our passion, it was our love, we just put our skills into Al-Madina Institute. And we would bring people on if we needed them. But what's happened now is the organization has grown. We've published, by Allah's rahmah, 10 books so far. We have Pearls of the Quran, which draws out 2,000 people from all across the states and internationally into America. We have this site called Imanwire, which again just sort of grew organically, which we host a lot of articles by different thinkers and thought writers, which has become a prime destination for Muslims and people of different faith-based traditions alike. We started a new program called the Suhbah Fellowship Program, which was really unique. It was sort of a dream of mine come true, in which we are taking a group of about, 45 students for a 1-year immersion in Turkey to be directly under the mentorship of Sheikh Mukhtar Maghrawi and also learn Arabic. That's a major undertaking. Medina has just sort of organically grown, and now we're asking the community to join us on this journey. MashaAllah, we've built the masajid. There are beautiful masajid out there. We need to start focusing on building people. The stories of people that will so humbly come to you and tell you about how something that Al-Madina Institute put out completely changed their life, or they were struggling with depression, and some people were even struggling with suicide. And then they came and they started attending and they started practicing and they continued that journey, and now they are in the best mental and spiritual shape that they've ever been in. How do you put a price on that? Allah tells us through His Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa alayhi that if God guides through you one soul, it's better than everything in this world. And so, what more is there to gain than helping an individual realize their spiritual potential? That's what we try to do. It's not all about the bricks and the mortar. It's about the hearts. It's about the spirit. It's about moving souls. And once we start to realize that, I think we'll see that people will rush to invest in that investment of spiritual growth.